Good day, Sacramento. Hey, do you remember the joy of moving when you were a kid? I'll tell you, my son Billy, he's 2 years old. He recently learned how to roll in his gymnastics class, and now it's all he wants to do. He just thinks it's so funny and fun. So speaking of which, moving and having fun with it and joy, we are at Atman Healing and Wellness. This is a new gym and physical therapy studio in Midtown. This is Dr. Cole Thornton, the owner. You teach natural movement here. Let's talk about that. And why don't you show us, as you're talking, show us what you mean.
So natural human movement is all the stuff that your body is designed to do that you've forgotten how to do from our modern lifestyle. And when you start doing it, you realize how good you feel, how healthy you can get, and how fun it is. Because you're moving like a kid again. This is how kids move naturally.
Right, and so you don't call them exercises in these classes.
No, well, you shouldn't have to set aside time for exercise. You should just be moving all throughout the day. And when it's fun and rewarding to do that, then you don't even think about exercise.
And you were telling me too, so these are all the movements that you teach and that you do here. They're things that you would use in the real world, whether just as a job or in an emergency, like climbing up a tree.
So practical movement means you're either using it day to day in your day-to-day life or in an emergency situation.
Okay.
So maybe you need to get over an obstacle. That can be something practical that you do. It could be something you do in an emergency, jumping onto objects, jumping off.
And I just want to point out, we've all seen box jumps, right, before, but typically they're like, you looked like a cat when you did that. I mean, you look like...
So we emphasize grace and control with movement because that shows real movement competency, and that's how our ancestors moved. They moved like jaguars, not like, I don't know, modern humans that sit around most of the day.
Well, speaking of sitting, you're even saying, you know, being able to do this, because this is how people who don't have chairs, this is how they sit around the world.
And when you reclaim this skill, and it's in your bones, you can do this. When you reclaim this skill, you realize how good it feels, and you have a chair everywhere you go.
Yeah. So you offer a lot of different experiences here at Atman. You have these classes, and the movement classes, they're foundational. They group the natural movement as well as breath work and meditation.
Yes, so those are the other two practices that I've found are really essential to a well-rounded health and wellness program for you to do yourself. So I don't like things people do for you. I want you to do it yourself. And movement, meditation, and breath work. Those are the three things you should make a daily practice of.
And you also do classes for kids.
Yes, we do therapy and classes for kids, teaching them to feel good moving their bodies and not be ashamed of that.
Yeah.
Because you turn into a teenager, you stop moving.
Yeah.
Why do you stop moving? Kids love to move, so we encourage that.
Okay, as we wrap things up, Dr. Cole, I'm going to have you get up on that bar. He told me everyone can do this. It's in you. You just have to keep moving. So as I wrap up, how do people find you? What do they need to know if they want to get started? I know you're doing a 6-week challenge.
The best way to reach us is through our website, atmansacramento.com. Fill out the Get Started form. And I'll reach out and we can get you signed up for our 6-week challenge, which is 6 weeks of unlimited classes plus 2 one-on-one sessions with me to set your goals and really figure out how best we can help you achieve them.
By the way, how rude am I? I'm like, hey, why don't you go do some pull-ups while you talk to me? All right, we're gonna take we're gonna take a really short break. If you want to move like a kid again and find joy in that movement, head to Atman. During this commercial break, guys, what are you waiting for? Get moving, right? It's gonna be embarrassing.